Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. So I just want to say first off, Happy New Year. Hope you all had a good Christmas, hope you're all safe out there, hope you all had a good time, all your wishes came true, got everything you liked. So back to the channel, thanks for bearing with me, had a good time off, did some family stuff, had things on the go. This thing's been a bit neglected, it's been not running for the last about 3 or 4 weeks. Fueling problems again. My assumption is from what went wrong is that either the pump has died completely now or the piping that I put on myself has popped off. Yet to see. Unfortunately, with Britain being, you know, this lovely time of year, rain's been coming down. It's actually not too bad today. We managed to get it in. I've dried it off, but I don't expect it to be good. We've got snow forecast for the next week or so. So fingers crossed that doesn't come. But what I want to do is I want to get this boy up, drop the tank off again, probably roll it back out and then see what we can do. See if we can find something. Hopefully it's something obvious, but yet to see. Nothing's easy with this thing, is it? So yeah, back to the build. Let's get it up on jacks, get changed and get dirty. Boom, so that's the Mondeo up. A lot of shuffling back and forth because the garage is quite thin. We need to walk down either side, and obviously jacking up with the jack pointing out like that from the front with the load car. It's going to jack at either side, so I had to a lot of fiddling around and got it up. Yeah, so next thing, really getting dirty and getting some parts out. Now I'm going to take my time with this. I might not even do it today, I might do it tomorrow. We'll just have to see. It's obviously exhaust off, prop off, tank off again. Car out, put the tank on the floor and see what we can get, see what we can see. So finally it's in. Got the motivation to work on this thing. So let's hope, fingers crossed, this time I get it fully fleshed out. I'm hoping it's the part that goes from the top of the pump out. I'm hoping that's blown off because that's the only thing I replaced while piping out that whole black interior thing. So I figured out the black circular thing is like a leveler, so it sucks the fuel from the other side of the tank. What I've done at the moment is just piped it out, just to bypass it, just as a test. Took it on test, things felt great. Bang! Something happened up in the front, and then I was checking out what was going on, pulled off the petrol pump where it goes into the body, and it's just pumping no fuel. So something's up, right? So let's get it going. Let's have a good look at this thing. Let's go. Right, boys and girls, back for another day at this. Got a bit more motivation. Yesterday got a bit cold. Actually today turned out really nice. I expected snow this weekend, or at least rain. But it turned out blue sky and everything. Even the neighbours are out constructing something. So let's get involved. Basically what we're going to do today is just get it all stripped out. So first things first, again, exhaust off, prop off, tank out. Then I'm going to do some testing. I might just leave the car here. My plan was to drop it all out, roll the car back, and then bring it back in once I figure out what's going on. But hopefully it's not going to take that long. So I'm going to drop the tank out, do some testing. You're probably going to see that. Probably just going to do a long time lapse now of me dropping all the rubbish out from under the bottom. And yeah, if you've watched my video series, you've seen it about 1,000 times now. This bloody fueling problem is absolutely killing my life. I've probably dropped the tank off like 10 times. Such is life. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this time's going to be the last time. So let's get it done. Right then guys, so that's exhaust off, prop off, about to get the tank out now. As you saw, I dropped that little side panel that covers the trailing arm bushes. I had to drop that off because it does cover one part of the tank. So yeah, next up is the tank. Now I've unplugged all the piping and the cables. It probably is going to weigh a ton because I'm pretty sure it's got about 10 litres of fuel in there, maybe 20 litres of fuel. So I'm going to get the jack up underneath and put a piece of wood and then try to jiggle it out. We'll see what I can do. You're probably going to see that next, so let's get it done. Right guys, so that worked out reasonably successfully. Managed to knock the camera over the end of the time lapse though. I forgot the fuel filler connected, so I was pulling and pulling and pulling and that was just pulling out. So yeah, tank's out. Now it's time to do some 12 volt testing and see what I can find, see if I can see anything obvious. So let's go and have a look. So what we've got here, just got a battery hooked up to the positive and negative on the pump. Got something to catch the fuel. So yeah, let's see if I can set you guys up here. We can have a quick look at what's going on. So if I take that, aim it in there. Yeah, it's pumping fuel. It's not pumping very strong though. I think there's a hole in one of the piping here. I can hear fuel moving around when I got this blocked, so that to me sounds like maybe one of the pipes has come off inside or something like that. Let's check it out though. Alright boys and girls, I've found the problem, and it's actually easier than I thought. Popped it out, have a look around here. What's this? It's a freaking pipe has popped off of there. That's the pipe that's, let's see if I can get you to see this. That pipe comes from the pump onto the, well basically out. So that's fucked. It needs a Jubilee clamp. Joy. So what I've done, gone a bit ghetto, using the same pipe again. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Using the same pipe again, just got a stainless steel Jubilee clip. I actually put a Jubilee clamp on the bottom one because the pipes they only come in one length. So it was 10mm, which is the right size, and then 10mm on the other side. But that's actually an 8mm fitting, so I had to put a Jubilee clamp there. Now I've got one this side. So time to put it all back in and then give it a test and see how much pressure I actually get out of this thing. Okay guys, so same setup as before, got it all hooked up. Need to just put 12 volts to it, so let's have a look. So that's pumping fuel. Now, question is, can I block it? Whoa, no I can't. Okay, that sprayed fuel everywhere. Right, so things are looking good. guys, so I just put some fuel back in, 10 litres, swung it, started straight away. So things are really looking good. I'm going to now bolt on the prop shaft, exhaust, get it back on the floor, and maybe go for a drive, do some logging. So let's see. Okay, so as you can see, unfortunately daylight got away from me, so we're not going to do too much testing today, but as you can hear, the car has started. So what we're going to do, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it for a quick test drive, just up and down the road, just to make sure it's okay, and then maybe during this week, we'll go for some more testing. I'm just going to make sure the fuel pressure's right. All seems good so far, it's idling really well, sounds good, it always did, I suppose. So yeah, that's to see. Well, thanks for bearing with me with all that, and hopefully we'll get some testing done now. Right guys, welcome back to the garage. You join me doing some stuff that I didn't really want to do, but once I went out testing, the fueling felt good on the car, but there's something else wrong. Something else was not right. The fuel trims were trying to take fuel out the whole time, so that instantly made me think maybe I've got an air leak or something, because something's not been quite right. So, as you can see, gone ahead and pulled the whole motor, the whole top end of it off, and I found some interesting stuff. So when this problem happened, I did get reverse pressure inside of this intake manifold, so I'm thinking it needs a new intake gasket because it's got little reed valves that are part of the PCV system. I'm thinking that's the problem, but when I whip the plenum off, or the plenum, whatever you want to call it, let's see if you can see that. Let's get some light on it. So, that's what the gaskets are supposed to look like. Oh, sorry, gaskets. The O-rings are supposed to look like. Now, they're a little bit proud, so that means that when they sit on here, they sit flush. A couple of them have got a little bit of wear on them, but coming along to old cylinder number 1 here, and have a look at that. You can actually see it's had some sort of leaking going out. The thing's completely flat, completely squashed. Looks like it's overheated and just destroyed itself. So yeah, need to get a new set of O-rings. Apparently there's a upgraded ones. I don't know, we'll have to just see. So new O-rings, new intake gasket, and hopefully we'll be running right. So I've got to get those ordered, obviously lockdown and stuff, so hopefully it'll come soon. But I think I found the problem. I think I found the issue. So all that messing about with fuel pumps and stuff might have actually been a red herring. But let's see, fingers crossed we get this sorted out. Alright guys, so welcome back to my little workbench here. So what I've done is I've got the new gaskets and the new O-rings for this. So now what I decided to do was strip it all down and clean it up. Just want to show you what I found here. So flip this thing over. Now, port 1 is where the seal O-ring was failed. Let's turn it around, get a bit more into the light. So you can see it's not quite round there. I thought it was maybe just an issue with the machining or something, but then let me see if I can zoom right in here, and you can see that. Can't really see from this angle, but it's failed. It's actually blown a hole through the bottom there, and you can just about see that lip where it's pulled out there. So yeah, looks like that'll be my issue. Don't know what to do, whether to send some pictures and some videos off to an Embo and see if they've got anything to say about it, or maybe just look for a local guy who can straighten that up and TIG weld it and just clean it up. Probably be quicker. But yeah, that's where I am at the moment. I have got the new set of O-rings and the new gasket, as I said. The new O-rings are actually orange, where the old ones were green. Don't know if that makes a difference, but yeah, another thing to do. So wish me luck in finding some solutions to this, I guess. Okay, so let's catch up on what we've done here. So you guys saw the old planer, an Embo plenum off, where it's failed. So what I've decided to do, In the meantime, I want to try and still chase down whether this whole problem has fixed itself or not, whether this was the root cause of my issues. So what I've got up there, I've got the old standard plenum with the new rings. I didn't get a new one of these rings, but luckily that one looks okay. See, the new rings are orange, which is different. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw that back on, get it all back together. As you can see, I've got the lower ported inlet back on, the ECU back on. I checked all the part work. This little vacuum pump that goes to the throttle body, I've checked it all, checked the one-way valve in it. I have some suspicion that that little device there could be faulty. I don't even know what it is. It controls the suction, but I've been having some weird codes in the past, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, this kind of thing with these ECUs, if it's a strange problem like this, it can throw up all sorts of codes. So I'm glad I've been digging through here and I found that. Fingers crossed this is what's actually caused my issues. So yeah, as you can see, low inlets on, all the injectors are back in, everything's back in place. Basically what I got to do is throw that guy back on, put the throttle body on it first, obviously, throw it back on, plug everything back in, run the lines, put everything back on, and then I think we're ready to give it another try. Really hope I've got to the bottom of this problem now, because it is a strange one. It is very strange. So yep, let's catch up in a little bit. Right, and welcome back to another gloomy, horrible night in East Sussex. So, as you can see, it's all back together. Got the standard plenum back on, throttle body, everything on here now, all the covers back on. I have started it, it seems to work fine. I haven't been able to go out for any testing, because obviously I'm working during the day. Night it's this, dark and rainy. So I'm going to maybe try and go for a little drive tonight and just see how it goes, but things are looking good so far. I've started it, sounds good, seems to be starting a bit easier. I don't know, maybe I'm just just hoping that it's better, but we'll see. And tonight what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for the roads to calm down a little bit and going to go for a bit of a drive, see what I can find with this thing, do some logging. But yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's all good. Right guys, so I just wanted to give you a quick update on the old Mondeo and what's been going on, because the next steps are going to take a little bit of time. So I've heard back from an Embo, they are going to repair the plenum, and they're going to repaint it because all the paint was starting to chip off too. Other than that, testing's been going well, fuel filling seems okay, it's stabilised a lot more. I do think there's still progress to be made on that in other ways, but that's future ideas. It's not really pertaining to this build, so to speak. So for now, I think that's going to be it. When I get the plenum back from an Embo, you'll be seeing me putting it on, and I've got a few things in the works that I want to get going for this before the end of the year, before track season starts again, before show season starts again. So again, as always, thanks for bearing with me, thanks for giving us a view, and hope you're all well, hope you're still enjoying this lockdown, and I hope you're all getting some decent weather. So yeah, till the next one, see you soon.